Hello and welcome to Reviews. As always, I'm Plume Noir, and something kind of interesting. I saw something interesting today. I was at Target, and as I was walking to the register, I had to pick up a couple things. I saw a guy and a girl walking toward me, and one of them was dressed like Captain Marvel. And by Captain Marvel, I mean the Brie Larson Carol Danvers, the movie version of the costume. And it wasn't the woman. It was the dude dressed in that costume. And I was a little bit shocked by this. Of course, Carl Manvers immediately, popped into mind. And I almost wanted to say something, but then I remembered this weekend is Comic Con. And I'm on call this weekend, although I could have worked it in this morning, but I wasn't able to go. I have the special edition of the VIP box of Showgirls, and Elizabeth Berkley is going to be at Comic Con, and I should see if I can get her to sign that. I'd love the movie Showgirls. It's deliciously bad, but it's actually not too bad of a satire. I really think that as time goes on, people will look more fondly upon that movie. But anyway, I completely digress, and you're probably wondering why I've digressed so much. War of the Realms, issues 3 and 4. Um, I'm catching up on stuff, and of course, this is the big Marvel crossover thing going on right now, and it's bad. It's like I want to talk about anything else. I've been sitting here with these two issues. I read them back to back as I was catching up and was trying to figure out how do I approach this. I look for that little point that I can spin from, when I do these videos. You may not realize that, but I try and find that, almost that center, and I really can't with this book. This one especially. Number 3 was really bad. The covers are nice. I'm always happy to see Art Adams. Um, so, I'm just going to kind of pop in. I'm going to go through these really quickly. I know I say that all the time, but these are such a mess that it's kind of hard to really do anything otherwise. So I'm going to start with number 3 here. That's a cool cover. I mean, it's kind of the classic cover. The characters all face in front. It's a good design. You can tell that Art Adams has been doing this a while. He knows what he's doing. He can lay out a cover, and I always love it when they have the heroes in like winter gear. Even though Spider-Man is just wearing like a regular costume with a helmet, Cap, has a jacket lying around with his star on it. But um, pop into this issue, yeah, all the characters, 2 page, the quest for Thor. Um, now if you remember the Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge has been destroyed. They're at Avengers Mountain, and now they're basically gathering their forces. And when you read this issue, it really feels like there's parts missing, parts from other books, and that could very well be. And I'm of the opinion that when you do these crossovers, the main event and all the main things should be in the main series. And the side books should be like, oh well, these characters who weren't there, this is was happening on their side, or maybe a scene that was only shown in here will be seen more in another book. But it really feels like it's more stuff's missing, and it's very rapid fire. Um, it, it becomes almost overwhelming. So what happens here is that Matt Murdock ends up becoming he lifts Heimdall's sword and recreates the rainbow. I can't talk tonight. You probably hear my voice is a little scratchy. The Rainbow Bridge, and now he's Daredevil, the god without fear, and he's hearing all this stuff around. But the Dark Elves are coming as the heroes are going to all the different lands. We have Thor's rescue team going after the frozen giants. Um, We have Punisher, She-Hulk, and um, Ghost Rider. Yeah, they're going into the dark, where the dark elves are. And this is the problem is I've read these two books. I read them each twice as I was going through this, and I still really don't have any idea what their plan is. I kind of have an overall idea, but I know each of these teams are in their own Strike Force books, and I haven't read the one with She-Hulk in it yet. I still have that one off to the side here. But I still don't know what their mission is. It's like when you get to this, it's like, what are they doing? Although there is kind of a funny bit here. Elf offensive, day one. Rode on a rainbow. Took orders from Thor's mom. Snuck onto a swampy hellhole, swarming with a million pointy-eared bastards, all tougher than snake turds. Remind me to never leave the five boroughs again. You know, that's why I like, because the Punisher, this is so above his pay grade. And yeah, he's that much of a badass that he's able to take on gods. But that's the kind of thing that I find interesting. How does he deal with this? He's a guy that shoots guns. I mean, let's be honest, that's what the Punisher is. He kills the petty criminals, and he's taken on gods now. He's working with, the heroes who would arrest him, in any other situation. Um, so yeah, their cover's blown. So now they have to get to the Black Bifrost. That's what their mission was, which is what Malekith is using since the Rainbow Bridge has been destroyed. And that's what I'm talking about. I keep forgetting what their missions are, what is going on. So Malekith has taken over England. He's taken the ebony sword from the Black Knight. Of course, here come reinforcements, but he sees Venom, and he's going to weaponize Venom. But of course, the problem is, as the Dark Elves are taking over, they're attacking the Rainbow Bridge, where they've been dispatching all these teams, and they eventually will destroy it. So we have so many little bits going on here that I'm just trying to summarize what's up. Of course, we have these stupid fold-out ads in the book. Look at War of the Realm. Oh, God. Fantastic Four make their appearance. I'm really looking forward to this Black Cat. I'd like to see that book. So yeah, they get to the where the Black Bifrost is, and it turns out that they're going to have to start using that. I'm going to have to stop real soon here. Here's where Malekith basically weaponizes the Venom symbiote. We'll see that in the next issue. And the bridge that the new Bifrost that Daredevil had created ends up getting destroyed. So, yeah, I gotta stop here. Yeah, I gotta stop. I've already gone through almost all the book. That's what throws me off, is how thick it is. So, yeah, that's the issue. That's issue 3. That's where we're at. Now, this issue, I like to cover, we got Enchantress. I'm surprised they haven't covered her up. Although, you don't see her in the book. You don't see a lot of this in the book. It's a cool cover regardless. So, we'll just go ahead and pop in here. And what we find is that using the Black Bifrost, and what Freya has decided, since the Rainbow Bridge has been destroyed, they're going to use Malekith's Black Bifrost to, gather reinforcements, get the heroes home that they sent with the Rainbow Bridge. And, of course, this is a problem because when Malekith tries to use it, no one else can use it. So, anyway, other lands that Malekith has visited and conquered, they start sending heroes to recruit people. Like the Punisher goes out over here. Daredevil apologizes for being a bad bridge keeper. Now this part is actually kind of cool. Dark Freya. She's got these black energy spikes all over her. I mean, basically, her design is literally just someone taking black marker and going around it, just spiking her up. It almost looks like something you would doodle on a yearbook photo. But for some reason, I actually kind of like it. It looks kind of cool. I don't know why. She sends She-Hulk off because She-Hulk doesn't want to go with the other ones to recruit people. But Freya orders her and sends her to get dwarfs. And here's where Jason Aaron, there's a few times he's trying to be funny. Um, Spider-Man had a line in the previous issue about who would follow someone that only has a shield, right in front of Captain America. And here we have She-Hulk to the dwarves. Big war, dwarves. Follow Hulk. Dwarf smash. This one quite the motivational speaker. Stonefoot must have dust in his eye. Yeah, we get it. So yeah, we get a few scenes of how they're sending the heroes to the other realms to get reinforcements, and here you have Ghost Rider, flaming muscle car, giant spiders in hell, and my face is a skull on fire. Just when I think my life can't get any more metal. Yeah, Jason Aaron trying to be funny. What's even worse is when a frost giant has Wolverine and Spider-Man saying, "Hey, Lego my Logan." I know, Spider-Man quips, but whatever. So they're brought back to the dead Celestial, the Asgardian mountain here. And can you hear the excitement in my voice? Um, Shuri starts using the weapons and makes a whole bunch of fireworks come out of the Celestial. And they've rescued Thor, they brought him back, and Odin's still recovering. And then we have Ghost Rider. Great, you got Thor back. We didn't come back empty-handed either, Captain Sir. The spiders are cool, trust me. So yeah, Odin knows that Freya is at the Black Bifrost, and that it's a losing battle, that she can only hold out for so long. So she gives a little update on what everyone's doing. Yeah, whatever. You see that he's at Stonehenge, learning the secrets of the Venom symbiote. And yeah, that's when he says, Bitterhand, use my Bifrost to send some wine wenches. Teaming this beast is thirsty work. Bitterhand? That's when he realized that Bitterhand, who is like the Heimdall of the Black Bifrost, when he's not responding, he knows something's up. So Tony Stark and whoever this dwarf is, Screwbeard, this dwarf Screwbeard and Tony Stark have made a suit of armor for Odin. Yeah, so he's going to go rescue Freya, and she ends up getting stabbed because Malekith realizes what's going on. But as the sword he uses to stab her is the Venom symbiote, so he's weaponized Venom. But that's when Odin comes in Iron Man armor. The Iron Allfather. Whatever. I'm getting close to the end of this issue here. So he comes to rescue her, and Freya gets her second wind. For thousands of years we've been married, and now you wait till now to finally do it? What in Boar's name have I done, woman? Turn me on, you stupid bastard. Because they're going to kick so much ass and whatever. It doesn't matter. Because I'm just going to stop here because there's more deaths and everything. And this series is badly paced. I get the idea Jason Aaron is trying to tell a epic story, all the realms. It should be big. I think back to some of Walt Simonson's Thor work, and that was all big and, epic, and it was all contained in the series. It didn't sprawl out over anything else. I'm going to show you the problem, and you're already aware. Look at all these tie-ins. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14? I mean, we're talking about 20 tie-ins right here. And, the previous thing said, Act 1, Act 2, or whatever it said. I actually do not know how long this series is going. This is the 4th issue. How far does this go up here? Does it say anything else on here? War of the Realms, just uh, Fantastic Four, War of the Realms, War Scrolls. Uh, that's what I hate is when these events migrate into all these other books, especially if it's a book you're following, like Superior Spider-Man, which I think I passed the ad where the West Coast Avengers are going to be crossing over with Superior Spider-Man. Yeah, I missed where the ad was. I saw it in one of these things, but oh yeah, this series is stupid. It's so stupid. Um, there's so much wrong with it that how do you take something that's so cool sounding, that should be so epic? You know what you do? You hit them with a little bit. Boom, boom. Here's this scene. Boom. Here's this scene. Boom. Here's this scene. And you're like, okay, wait. What? How did we get here? Especially between issues 2 and 3, it really feels like there's something missing. And is it in these other books? All these other crossover books? Uh, I'm not buying all this stuff. You know, this is asinine. You know, now this is not a practice that was invented with War of the Realms. This has been going on, but I don't think it's been really this bad in a while. And I'm starting to see what I saw with Jason Aaron's regular Avengers run. You do a little bit. He seems to like the middle of stories. He's really good with getting the middle. And then he like peters out and doesn't want to write the ending. So he just changes to something else. And that's what we see. It's just boom, 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 boom. Before you have a chance to really process what's happening. Now you could make the argument that, well, this is so big, there's so much going on. It's a war, and it's a war for everything. Um yeah, but you have to make it so it's not an unreadable mess. And that's kind of what this is. This book is a mess. Like I said, I read it a couple times, and when I got to the strike team with Punisher and Thor on it, sorry, Punisher and Hulk on it, I forgot which strike team they were and what they were supposed to be doing. Yes, they were taking the Black Bifrost. I had just read the book. Seriously, I just read the book. I just read the book twice. This is coming off soon. And I've already forgotten what they were doing. And I have a pretty good attention span. When I want to, I guess, but this is again, Jason Aaron, how do you make epic stories boring? How do you make it so we just don't care? 6 o'clock, don't support this. Don't support this series. Please, just don't support. Don't reward Marvel. Um, $10. This is $10 of comics right here. You know, with the 4 issues I've bought so far, it's $20. I can go to GameStop and get a used game that'd be more entertaining. And that's one of the problems the comics industry is running into. Why would I point that out? Hmm. Could be something I'm working on. This is me rubbing my chin, but my chin is back here so you can't see it. So anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know if I can continue reading this because there's no real center. It's not super good. It's not super bad. Yeah, I did give it a full 6, but it's only because the story isn't good. But it's not bad enough to really find something to make fun of. It's not even a so bad it's good like Showgirls. It's just blah. 2 issues in 20 minutes, and I've barely even gone over it. Just a quick run through. And that was just kind of picking out the highlights, giving the story idea. And there was something kind of big at the end of this, something big that happened. I won't spoil, but I'm just like, who cares? I mean, it. There's no stakes, because we all know this is going to be fixed, at the end of the series. The reset button will be pushed. There's no no real, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Stakes. There's no real stakes in this. It's garbage. Avoid it. I'm done. 6 o'clock. All right. I will try and be back tomorrow. I've been bad this week. I've been on call. I've been working a lot, and when I haven't been working, I've been catching up on sleep. So, I'm going to catch up. I promise. Maybe I'll do some stuff from previous weeks. So, all right. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.